Hi, my name's Nancy. Welcome to the Queen of Victorian Bed and Breakfast. We're located in Bellfonte, Pennsylvania, a beautiful little Victorian town. I like to say in the middle of nowhere, but halfway between everywhere. No matter where you're traveling, we're on the way. We're located just a few minutes from the intersection of Interstate 80 and I-99. So whether you're traveling east and west or north and south in Pennsylvania, this is a good place to stop for a break. If you'd like to follow me now, I'm going to take you inside for a little tour. This is the foyer, and this is where I would greet my guests upon arrival, just as the original owner of the house might have. It's also a perfect place for guests to sit in front of the fireplace and have a glass of wine before they go out for dinner. And when you come back for dinner, you might even like to toast a marshmallow and make some more. That it's just a comfy greeting place. And if you follow me into the parlor, I call this my stuffy Victorian parlor, but in reality it's not so stuffy at all because we have no do not touch signs. So we invite you to crank up the victrola and play some old vaudeville, or pump the player piano and play some ragtime. And if you've got some time to sit and relax while you're here, you might want to use one of our stereoscopes. If you don't know what a stereoscope is, it's a pretty awesome experience to try it. It's not like a Viewmaster, it's something much more special. So hopefully you'll have a chance to come and try one. And if you bring some gold dollars along with you, you can put as many as you like in my mechanical banks. We do have a penny jar just in case. But perhaps the most special thing in our stuffy Victorian parlor is the opium pipe, which we invite you to try before bed. But please do bring your own opium. It's just gotten too expensive to keep the opium jar full for you. If you'd like to follow me now or join me, we'll go upstairs and take a look at some of the guest rooms. This is Anne's room. Anne was the original owner of the house. She was a widow, so we imagine that there never would have been a man in this room. So it's a very lovely, fussy, feminine room, quite romantic, and a favorite place for wedding nights. The highlight of the room, of course, is the slipper tub. That is great for nice long bubble bath soaks and Epsom salts for the guys, and of course you can fold up the privacy screen and see the fire in the fireplace from the tub if you like on one of those cold winter days. But I should mention that if it's one of those warm summer days, we also have central air. The room has collections of all sorts of things that I've acquired over the years. Some have come down from my great-grandparents. The collection of vintage wedding dresses in the closet dates all the way back to my great-grandmother and even includes mine, which is real close to becoming vintage. The antique sewing machine was purchased by my great-grandfather from Mr. Singer himself from my great-grandmother, and that's the machine I learned to sew on. I even have a letter from Mr. Singer asking him if he would carry his machines in his store, which of course he did. And I also have a letter, though, from Mr. Singer's attorney threatening legal action if he didn't pay on his account. And you'll have to come and stay with us for the rest of that story. Welcome to the Governor's Suite. Bellefonte is a very beautiful Victorian town with a vibrant history during the Victorian era and lots of beautiful Victorian architecture. This is called the Governor's Suite because between 1850 and 1900, 7 men who lived in Bellefonte became governors, and Tom Ridge booked this room. Now, I didn't say he slept here, but he did book the room. Special thing about this room is that it not only has a queen-size bed, like all of the other rooms, but it also has a single bed. So it's a great room if you're coming to visit a student at the university and you want them to stay overnight, or maybe you're bringing grandma along with you. Most folks especially enjoy the turret. This is actually, the turret is like a round tower that goes up the corner of the house, and this is an awesome place to spend the evening with a good book and a glass of wine on a wintry night, sitting in front of 40,000 BTUs in the fireplace and just looking out the windows at all the lights in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful, very quiet residential neighborhood. In fact, we're right in the middle of an 8-block area that's all on the National Register. Great place for taking a walk if you enjoy Victorian architecture. We're now in Nannys Attic. This room actually didn't exist just a few years ago. I guess they never needed the space. It was just a big open pit with no walls or ceilings. So we literally built the room for this wonderful antique brass bed, which is the main feature of the room. The room itself, although we call it Nannys Attic, is not really in the attic. That's another flight up. There's actually an attic with a 20-foot tall cathedral ceiling, and trust me, I found a way to fill it. The main feature in this room, though, is the bath. All of the rooms, by the way, have private baths that are actually in the room, but the best part about this bath, it has an oversized shower with massage jets on the wall. So if the slipper tub isn't to your liking, perhaps the massage jets in the shower will be. And the decor in this room really is to create the feeling of an attic. So we've got some old toys from my childhood, a few from my mother's, and even a few from my great-grandmother's. But I think the thing that guys like to play with best is our wonderful antique radio, which will pick up stations from all over the world in all different languages. It's a shortwave radio, and lots of fun to play with. There are a collection of vintage magazines and children's books, which are also fun to curl up with in bed. This is our dining room where we serve breakfast. We do a served sit-down breakfast. Some of our menu entrees include our very famous creme brulee French toast, eggs Benedict. In the summertime we do waffles with lots of whipped cream and fresh red raspberries from the backyard. We'll do anything upon request, but most often guests choose those specialties. You can find the recipes for those, by the way, on our website at thequeenb.com. Or if you'd like to call us toll-free at 888-355-7999. We'd love to hear from you soon.